How's it going? So this is Pedro Carranza, and today I just kind of want to give a little quick breakdown on steel. So when I come and I start a house out, I have to shoot my wall heights, which are indicated in the plan. So once I have my walls built and we do the floor system, I have to verify my height from the top of my floor down to this concrete level over here. And that takes a lot of coordinating with the steel manufacturing company that we work with. So once I get my height established, I have to indicate that to the steel fabricator so he knows. And then the concrete guys come in and they pour these concrete foundations for us. So these columns are about 6 feet down. They're pretty deep in there. And then obviously they have to make them deep because as you can see, this column is obviously really tall compared to me. So once this gets poured and I know I'm good, I have to come through with my laser and I have to choose one spot on the house, and from there I shoot my laser to every column. I have to indicate exactly like if the column is level to my house, which means it's the same height. If the column is higher, lower, whatever it is, I have to draw it up on the plan on a piece of paper and send it out to my steel fabricator, just to make sure that he's accommodating for all the fluctuation in the steel, because it's pretty hard to be accurate with some of this stuff, and sometimes they're within a quarter, which is good, but we always want to make sure if it's a quarter off, just still let them know, because then we can make the adjustments. You still can do some stuff out on the field, which helps out a lot, and it happens a lot of the time, but just being able to coordinate all that stuff with them, it just makes it so much easier. So once I have that and he ends up actually start fabricating the steel for me, they send me a steel plan, and we'll actually include it in the B shots just so you can just understand it, like how this whole thing comes along. But he sends me a paper pretty much indicating how these steel columns are gonna go down. And once that happens, I pull squares, which is just lines. I just had to pull lines off the edge of the house. So like the edge of the house right there, I mark onto my column. I pull dimensions this way, dimensions off of the house that just indicate all my centers. And once I have that, I have to make a bolt pattern. So usually it's always 4 bolts, and it's actually good that I actually have a little demonstration right here. So you can see I have this really big all thread. Normally we had to go down about 8 inches into this concrete. So when we drill it, it's probably embedded about this much right now. I put all those 4 on this one, then we do the same over there, the same over there. And believe it or not, just going in those 8 inches and making sure we put epoxy, because that's the one thing. Once you drill the holes, we put this rebar in there, and then you had to put epoxy, which is just like a concrete adhesive. It bonds the steel to the concrete. But pretty much, as long as you lay that out perfectly, your column is perfectly level, and then it's actually what holds it all up. So right now, I don't even have nothing bracing it up on the house, but if you try to shake it, it's pretty much, it moves a little bit at the top, but down here, like a person, we can't really do much to this. And it's actually, the nice part about it is if you go to like a stoplight, bridges, a lot of different things, they actually use the same method to install a lot of steel structures. So it's pretty cool being able to incorporate all this with our framing, because it's a whole next level thing where obviously we're not just building little cookie cutter homes like how a lot of people do, where it's just 4 walls, trusses. With everything we do up here, we obviously have to use all the steel, you use the wood, and just make it all come together so it just comes out perfectly. And it gets me super excited, you know, because I know a lot of people can't do this type of work, but that's what my goal is. That I'm hopefully by showing you guys all this, it can motivate more people to want to like get intrigued by this and want to come into this field, and just be able to just understand that, like, besides obviously making good money, like just the gratification you have when you leave work that day and you get to just stand there looking at a structure that you just built that's like 4 or 5 times taller than what you are. And yeah, so since I broke that right now, the other thing that kind of just comes with this whole, how we're doing the whole steel part, if you can see, there's steel beams that come up on this. So like right here, we installed this steel column. We installed this steel column, and then we have a steel beam that goes across them. Once the steel beam gets set on top of this, we actually have to bolt all the connections through. But as well, like I was kind of talking about earlier, the issue with that sometimes is, in a perfect world, all the holes match up, because when they drew it up on the CAD computer, all the models showed everything up perfectly. But sometimes when it gets fabricated to when it gets out on the field, like some stuff messes up where the holes don't line up. And it's pretty cool having a little drill that I actually started using, where if the holes don't line up, you just pull that bad boy out and it makes the holes and pretty much makes us unstoppable. The only thing that's kind of stopping me from this is having a welder on my team, but the contractors, the general contractors that build these houses, they supply all the welders that do all this stuff for us. So yeah, we'll be doing more breakdown on how the whole deck comes together, but I just kind of want to do a little quick breakdown on the steel. We'll be doing more with crazy, like a lot of different steels that we're going to be doing on these houses. So hopefully it intrigues you guys. I know it gets me excited, so hopefully it gets you excited. If you guys have any questions, any comments, don't forget to post down below. I hope you guys give this video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe.